Hey everyone, we're back today with LEGO City Update number 5. So this is the LEGO City Rebuild update, where these last few months I've been redoing the city that I once had and tore apart here in my LEGO room. In the last video, you would have seen me working heavily on the park and the amusement park area. So in this video, I thought I will give you a little update of what I've done since then, as well as take you along the progress of some upcoming changes that I will be making. So the biggest changes have happened, of course, in the amusement park. As you can see, I have now added some of the rides back into it. So the carousel and the Ferris wheel were already added, but I also added this part of the Lego roller coaster that I don't have built anymore, as well as just this cool guy down here on the rocket. I've also added this custom ride up here, as well as the cafeteria section. So this wasn't done in the last update, but as you can see here, I've added a few tables, and we've got some people actually even at the tables and eating some snacks and stuff like that with some cool tiling there. This is the front of the amusement park, which I believe was done in the last update. As you can see, there are some lockers and stuff like that you'd expect at an amusement park. And then at the back here, as you can see, there are a few different buildings and different vendors for you to get food, which I think is very important for an amusement park for them to have options. And then at the back of the amusement park here, there's also another business. So overall, really happy with how that looks. Updates for this, or next steps, I need to include a lot more minifigures because this is probably the quietest amusement park that I've ever seen, so I need to populate that more. And then moving on to the park area here, as you can see, the beach is pretty populated, lots of minifigures and stuff there all hanging out, but it needs to be more populated in general because the park itself is pretty empty. There's no minifigures around. There's also not a lot of flowers or anything like that, which I think is very, very important for a park. So it needs more life there, needs more plant and people life. And then, of course, throughout the rest of the city, it doesn't look like a city right now. It looks like we're in lockdown because there are no minifigures or anything like that around. So one of the things I want to do would be to change out some of these tiles, which is on my plan. I'm, going to rip up some of that very soon to do that. And then, of course, do that same with this building here, but that's not a huge priority right now because that's pretty easy to do. But I would like to see the rest of the city kind of underway by adding more minifigures and just, plants and just more people and in general. Make it look more like a city. I also was having a little fun with some of the vehicles here. As you can see, we've got a presidential motorcade, a much smaller one than sometimes I make them, but the presidential motorcade is driving through the Lego City, on their way to Brick's Tower. We're back, and this is what the city's looking like so far. As you can just see, it is so much more populated, which I think is looking really, really good. I'm going to start off over here kind of at the amusement park to show you what's been done here. Of course, I'm not going to point at everything, but as you can see, lots of minifigures and flowers, and a couple different carts here have been added, some food vendors, and then just minifigures the whole way. And I like the look of that. And as you can see, I also added some more minifigures, walking to and from the Legoland. And of course, I need to get that sign printed and a couple other things there to make that look a little cool. But other than that, nothing crazy, no crazy changes have happened here. In the park, I think, is where most of the transformation has actually taken place. As you can see, there are just so many new flowers and minifigures all the way around the park. I added lots of cool details there. We've got a family enjoying ice cream, just minifigures walking around enjoying the park. We've even got somebody who's mowing the lawn, and lots of vegetation and greenery there. I've also added lots of new vehicles around the city. I think it looks a little cluttered, to be honest. I think I'll have to remove some or change that up a little just because I really don't like it. I think it's way too much, way too cluttered there. But I'll do something there, and I'm just gonna move that a little because I don't want any traffic accidents. I've added some more minifigures here to the front of the boardwalk, but again, not nearly enough. I actually kind of forgot that I needed to populate this, and I just put a few minifigures, not nearly enough. And then, as you can see, the motorcade is still back here. I like that for now. I'll probably remove it in a few, just a little bit. But I've got some cars lined up, as you can see, and some some garbage trucks blocking the motorcade path just for safety reasons, but I'll definitely spread out some cars and make the traffic less congested soon. But next steps before I end this video, which will be in a couple minutes, is I just want to go around and add more vegetation to the Lego city and more minifigures, because as you can see, this is a city, this is a downtown core. When you look at their skyscrapers, like, you can't have streets completely empty like this. So I've got to add lots more minifigures, including behind here. I can't neglect that. I did add a few there, but I'm really happy with the progress so far. As you can see, I have been going, this is not part of the city, but as you can see, I've been going through things. I emptied a full cup of minifigures, which is great, and almost all the vegetation as well, which I am pretty happy about. So I will continue to do that. And then when I move down here, as you can see, I did get rid of one of the bins, which is great, and I'm working on getting rid of some of the other bins as well. But this box is pretty much full of vehicles, so we've got it down to that, so that's really awesome. The table's almost cleaned off. And luckily, I've still got lots of vehicles down here that I could choose from, so maybe I'll even switch out some of the existing vehicles in the city, and lots of different minifigures to add. So I'm going to work on that now. So I've been working away on my city the last little bit, and I pulled out one of the bins to put some parts of my city away, and I actually just found this whole bag that I forgot I had of pieces and minifigures for the fairgrounds. So now, of course, I'm going to add these to my fairground. Alright everyone, we are back. This is the final part to the Lego City update. Super happy, honestly so happy with how the city is looking. Because I started the amusement park last time, I'm going to start over here. I have added a ton of new minifigures to the city, and I'm not going to give you a full comprehensive tour because that's what the next city tour will be, of course. But this is the overview right now. This is how the city is looking in the interim, like how it's going is. It looks so much better with so many minifigures. I almost completely forgot I had another container, and I thought I'd used them all, so I was in trouble. But there are still so many minifigures not in the city. So I'm really happy with that. Like, even the bird's eye view, it's just such a populated city. There are people everywhere. Just exactly what I want a city to be like. I live in Toronto. I love it. I also, at the back here, as you can see, not as many people, but of course it's NCIS, it's not, and this is a federal building, not too much foot traffic here for obvious reasons, but there is lots of security, and of course the motorcade's still going through. I did almost forget to mention up here, I added the helicopter pad and the billboard. I added that in the last update. I've also added like a nuclear missile back there, but we don't need to talk about that, that's a secret. The federal building here, again, tons more minifigure added. I even added them in the corner here at the Lego store. We've got cars and people walking, and the whole city looks really, really good. I'm so excited about it. And then moving it on back here again, as you can see, lots of people milling around. We've even got some people on their balconies enjoying the nice day. Even we've got a special Spider-Man up here on top. Overall, really, really like that. And then moving down the line here, as you can see, lots of vehicles. Still looks a little cluttered for my taste, but hopefully once the motorcade's out of town, we'll be able to spread that out a little. Also, the park, it's looking great. Lots of greenery. I might even add a little bit more after this video stops, but I kind of want to leave it for a day or two and decide, like, does it look good? Does it need more greenery? That kind of thing. But really happy with how this is looking. You know, it's a nice summer day, so the park is pretty busy. Of course, we've got the amusement park over here. I still need to do the sign. Hopefully, we'll have that done by the next city tour. No guarantees. But then, of course, after finding that bag of all the amusement parks, I did get to add a bunch more things. So as you can see down here, we've got like a minifigure getting her face painted. We've got another girl lined up ready to go. We've got some minifigures back here playing games and just overall enjoying the day. Looks great. And then over here, we've got some clowns and some magicians putting on a little show. Of course, get your cotton candy, get your hot dogs, and then even there's more treats back there, more games. You know, try and be the world's strongest woman, or even shoot the targets down here. This alley's looking a little bare, but of course, we will add some more minifigures soon. But anyway, thanks everybody so much for watching this LEGO City update number 5. Pretty sure this is going to be the last LEGO City update, and from now on it will just be LEGO City tours. Or of course, if I decide to rip apart the LEGO City and completely rebuild it again, like I did back in February now, and it's August filming this, so it's definitely been a process, but course, you know what's been going on in the world, so that's why it's taken so long. But anyway, thanks again so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. If you haven't seen my other LEGO City tours, please don't forget to check those out. I completely rebuilt the city. It looks so much different than it did in February, and I couldn't be happier with how it looks now. So thanks again so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.